Hey there, working on the SL. Blower motor is not working. Climate control's not working. I know there were mice in here at some time when this thing was sitting for so long in a barn and then outside for 2 years. Took the cover off for the blower motor and what do I see? What do I see on top of the resistor pack and probably stuffed inside the blower motor? So, time to put some gloves on and let's see what is going on in there. I do expect to find a mouse or a rat carcass in here because this thing is absolutely packed. Packed. Oh my gosh. Well, this is a good reason why this is not working. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to get a big vacuum cleaner and start sucking because this is unreal. Oh my Lord. This side over here looks really clean. So that's good. Mouse nest. The fan actually, blower motor and fan actually turn now. I wonder if it'll actually work. I have the new idle speed control motor in. And I cleaned the idle air control valve and I put in a new idle speed control module. And let's see if she starts. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. Yesterday, I got the glove box light wiring correct. I also looked at how the antenna motor had been wired, which was all wrong. I figured none of that worked, but I was wrong. The electric antenna does work. Glove box light works. Shifter light works. Tack light works. I am slowly coming along here. Trunk light works. I fixed that too. And we have a trunk light. Look at that. How awesome. Absolutely awesome. He's idling decently. Now that I cleaned the mouse's nest out of the air conditioning system, let's just take a C and put this in economy. And fan speed high. Oh my Lord. It works. I don't believe it. It works. I could press the air conditioning button, but I don't trust that, but we'll see. It's probably got no Freon in it. But blower motor is working. Wow. All I can say is wow, I am getting there. I'm in total shock. Blowing good too. Now we're getting to some of the fun stages for me. Starting to put the trunk back together, carpeting back in, battery, making it look pretty, taking it one step at a time. Little images of the trunk and the how the paint turned out. It's looking pretty good. Back to working on the SL again. We're looking at a trunk. Working at a trunk with the battery completely charged. The battery case installed. Carpeting back in, spare tire in. Electric antenna working. The SL trunk is back together. And looking pretty good. We have some carpet issues right there. Someday I'm gonna have to try and find myself a piece of Palomino carpet to fit this part of the trunk. The rest of the carpet is really in good shape. And we now have a trunk light, which is working. And I can cross this off the list. It's coming along. This is the parcel shelf area behind the front seats. Carpeting back in, the shelf back in, everything cleaned and painted, new speaker wires run. And looking from the back into the interior, it is slowly coming together. This is the famous board that I have inside my office. It's where I write down everything and cross things off as I'm completed with them. And as you can see that big one there that says it runs, and it really does run. But does it drive? The carpet up under the front seats and over the tunnel in the back, all painted, cleaned, installed, glued back down. I am very impressed. This is looking really good. So I've been working on the SL, cleaning carpets, removing pieces. Yes, there are still a few stains in them. Touched them up with SEM spray paint in Palomino color, and I think it turned out pretty well. It was white before it started. It's looking good. Getting it back together. Still had the dash apart. I have all new insulation up under this black insulation that came from Mercedes. Driver's floor pan area, which has the tar boards in it, looks perfectly fine. Passenger side, tar board was wet and dry rotted and cracked, so I took all that out, cleaned everything up, painted it with rust restorer, and then put down new tarboard material, and the carpeting will be going back in soon. I did figure out all of the wiring for the stereo, which is the power that goes with the ignition switch, which is the power that stays on all the time. For the clock memory, my antenna lead, that one wire hanging over there, that is the lead that's going to be going to the antenna turn on wire of the radio. I ran speaker wires up under the back right here. As you can see, they're going to be here when I put my new speakers in, sitting on the panel back in here. Haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. I've got some really cool old school speakers I think that would fit in there nicely. But in the meantime, I'm going to put the carpet panel in and just have the wiring sticking up ready for it to go when I'm ready. Floorboard carpet cleaned, touched up with some SEM Palomino spray paint. Highly recommend it. It works great. I even did the Mercedes floor mats with them, and the color has turned out nicely. These are the panels that were next to the console. They were white. They were just awful. They turned out really well too. I love that SEM paint. Driver's carpet turned out really well. Also cleaned, and they never had floor mats in this thing, so this carpet was awful, but it came back. And I'm going to use, as you can see what's laying on the hood of the 911 SC, some old school Mercedes floor mats that I've had forever. And of course the glove box has to go back in. I did get the blower motor removed, which sits right up under here. The cover was all cracked, so I just ordered a Euro parts cover and it fits perfectly. I took the blower motor out and lubricated the entire shafts in there, cleaned it, and it works great. So that's back together. The panels that go up under your feet, this is the driver side. Been cleaned, has to be treated. All the insulation was gone from here. Mice had gotten in here, so I have glued some new insulation in there. And then this is the passenger side. Same thing. Mice had gotten in and taken care of all the insulation, but that cleaned up nicely also. So that'll be ready to go back in. It's a slow process. Still have a lot to do. I want to get the radio in. I want to get the climate control button controls in. I still will need to clean the seats. They look nice, but they're actually dirty. I'm going to get some leather cleaner and take care of that. I'm also looking into tires. But first I'm going to drive this and make sure that it shifts in all 4 gears. I've driven it a little bit in the shop here, back and forth a little bit, and it seems to be fine. People may think, well, why are you just cleaning and detailing and making it look so beautiful? Well, if you have a project vehicle and it just looks awful and you're running into a problem and you get frustrated and you just want to just walk away from it, it's best to have something that is turning out and looking like this. So if you get a little bit disgusted by things, you put things down and you go home for the day and say, I'm done. But then before you turn the lights off, you turn around and you look at it, your project, and it looks like this. And you're like, it's gonna be fine. I'll figure this out. I think it's looking really good. This is the passenger floor mat, carpet, cleaned up nicely. This is the wooden panel that goes behind the seats. That cleaned up well and also touched up with the SEM paint. I'm going to show you a can of what this looks like. This is SEM Color Coat Palomino. And I mean, it is Palomino. It really, really has turned this carpeting around. I am very pleased. And that is it for today. I did install new windshield wiper blades. Some Bosch blades that I got at Advance. And windshield wipers work perfectly fine. I am very pleased with that. So, just moving along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Next time, we're going to take it for a drive. Time to get it out on the road, see how she runs, see how she stops, see what I have left to do mechanically on this 380 SL. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope I don't find something terribly wrong. But once again, appreciate you watching, and see you next time.